This is a hot take from the Small Business Cybersecurity Guide.
Welcome to yet another hot take from the Small Business Cybersecurity Guy. I'm Noel Bradford. Here's a question nobody asks out loud. If a criminal wanted to target your business, how long would it take them to find out everything they need? The honest answer for most small businesses is about 20 minutes, maybe less. Today we're talking about OSINT or OSINT, open source intelligence, the bit of cybersecurity that doesn't feel like cybersecurity at all, because the data isn't stolen, it isn't hacked, you put it all out there. Let me explain what OSINT actually means, because the name makes it sound more dramatic than it is. Open source intelligence just means gathering information from publicly available sources. No hacking, no dark web, no specialist tools. Just looking at what's already out there with a purpose. And the reason this matters for small businesses is that you've been building your OSINT profile for years. Every time you updated your LinkedIn, every time you posted a team photo, every time you listed a new service on your website, you were filling in the picture. So let's walk through what that picture actually looks like to someone who wants to use it against you. Start with Companies House. If you're a limited company in the UK, your registered address, your directors' names, your filing history, all of it is public. Anyone can search it, no account needed, no fee, just a name and a few seconds. From Companies House alone, I can find out who runs the business, when it was incorporated, and sometimes what the financial position looks like. That's before I've touched anything else. Now move to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, genuinely, one of the most useful reconnaissance tools an attacker has. Not because LinkedIn is broken, because people use it exactly as intended, to be findable and credible. Your profile tells me your job title, your responsibilities, how long you've been at the company, and who else works there. It often tells me what software you use. People list their tools. Experienced in Xero, HubSpot, Microsoft 365. That's a shopping list of potential attack vectors posted voluntarily. And it doesn't stop with the owner. Your staff are on LinkedIn too. Your finance person, your ops manager, your IT contact. I now know who handles the money and who handles the systems. That's enough to start building a very targeted social engineering campaign. Now the website. Your website is doing a job you didn't necessarily sign up for. The contact page gives me names and email formats. If the email is firstname.lastname@yourcompany.co.uk, I now know the format for every address in the business. The About page gives me the origin story, the values, the clients you've worked with, the partners you trust. The news or blog section gives me recent contracts, new hires, events you're attending, and the technology running your site, that's often visible too. There are free tools that scan a URL and can tell the researcher, what CMS is in use, the hosting provider, the third-party scripts, sometimes, actually frequently, the version numbers. And believe me when I say that the version numbers matter. Old software has known vulnerabilities. Known vulnerabilities have published exploits. That chain, from your website to a working exploit, can be walked in an afternoon at the worst and in minutes normally, especially if AI is involved. Let's talk about social media for a moment. Not just LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever platform you use to feel human and relatable to your customers. These are brilliant for your brand. They're also brilliant for attackers. The Christmas office photo tells me how many staff you have and roughly where you're based. The post about your new van tells me you're growing. The proud announcement that you've just signed a contract with a named client tells me exactly who to impersonate when I send you a fake invoice. I'm not being dramatic. That is how invoice fraud works. Attacker finds out you work with a specific supplier. Attacker sends an email pretending to be that supplier. Email says the bank details have changed. You've seen this story. It ends badly. Now here's the hot take, and I want to be precise about this. The problem isn't that information about your business exists publicly. Some of it should exist publicly. That's how you get found. That's how you build trust. The problem is that most small business owners have never looked at their own business through the eyes of someone who wants to cause harm. You built the public profile for customers. You didn't think about who else was reading it. And that asymmetry, you publishing, them consuming with intent, is where the risk lives. Let me give you a practical example of how OSINT becomes an attack method, or vector. An attacker looks up a small accountancy firm, finds the director's name on Companies House, finds her LinkedIn, sees she posted 2 weeks ago about using a cloud accounting platform, finds the firm's website, notes the email format from the contact page, finds a junior staff member also on LinkedIn who mentions they handle client onboarding. Now the attacker sends an email to that junior member, pretending to be the director. The email says there's an urgent client matter. Click here to log in and review the document. The link looks like the cloud accounting platform. It isn't. That entire setup used no hacking, no specialist tools, just public information and a bit of patience. This is called spear phishing. It's targeted, it's personal. It works because it doesn't feel like a scam. It feels like a normal work email from someone you know about a tool you actually use. Generic phishing hits everyone and hopes for a 1% success rate. Spear phishing hits one person and is designed specifically to fool them. And the reason spear phishing works on small businesses is that the OSINT required is trivial. You're not a large corporation with a security team scrubbing your public profile. You're a business owner who posted a photo of your new office and tagged everyone in it. I don't say that to be cruel, I've done it too. It's normal human behaviour. The issue is that nobody told you it was also reconnaissance material. So what do you actually do about this? First thing, Google yourself. Google your business. Do it now or do it tonight. Search your company name, your phone number, your email address. See what comes back. Most people are surprised. Second, go to Companies House and look up your own filing. Check what's listed. Check your registered address. Is it your home address? If it is, that's your home address on a public database. That's worth knowing. Consider using a registered office service if you don't already. Third, audit your website contact page. You don't need to list every staff member's direct email address. A contact form or a role-based address like info@yourcompany.co.uk reveals a lot less. Fourth, look at your LinkedIn and your Teams profiles. You're not trying to disappear. You're just asking whether each piece of information needs to be there. Listing every software tool you use is a habit, not a requirement. Fifth, have a conversation with your team about what they post publicly about work. Not a policy document, just a conversation. Before you post about a client win or a new tool we're using, have a think about who else is reading it. That's it. That's the whole conversation. None of this is about going dark. None of it is about making your business invisible. It's about making a conscious choice about what you publish, rather than letting it accumulate by default. Attackers don't need much, they need enough. And right now, for most small businesses, there's more than enough already out there. The takeaway from today is simple. OSINT isn't a hacker superpower. It's reading what you've already published, just with bad intentions. You can't unpublish everything. You don't need to, but you can spend 30 minutes this week doing what any attacker would do. Look up your own business and see what you find. If it surprises you, fix the surprises. That's the whole job. I'm Noel Bradford. This has been the Small Business Cybersecurity Guy Hot Take. If this was useful, share it with another business owner. They probably haven't Googled themselves recently either. See you next time.
Right, before we let you go completely, let's have a quick chat about the boring but necessary legal bits. Don't worry, I'll make this as painless as possible. First up, and this is important, everything we've said today represents our own personal opinions and experiences. These views are ours alone and don't represent any organisation we work for, any employers, advertisers, sponsors, or anyone else who might be connected to the show. When we're giving you advice or sharing our thoughts, that's coming from us as individuals, not speaking on behalf of anyone else. Everything we've talked about today is for general guidance. It's meant to point you in the right direction, but it absolutely shouldn't be treated as professional advice tailored specifically to your business. Your situation is unique. What works brilliantly for a Birmingham bakery might be completely useless for a Manchester marketing agency. We do our very best to keep everything accurate and current, but let's be honest here. The cybersecurity world moves faster than a caffeinated squirrel being chased up a tree by Mauvin's Jack Russell. Things can change between when we record and when you're listening, so always double check critical technical details with qualified professionals before you go making major changes to your systems. If we've mentioned any websites, products or services, we're giving you information, not necessarily giving them our seal of approval. We can't be responsible for what happens on their end or if things go sideways when you use them. Some things we recommend might involve affiliate partnerships. We'll always flag those when they come up because transparency matters. Now, if you're dealing with serious cybersecurity incidents, actual data breaches or gnarly legal compliance issues, please talk to proper professionals. rather than just relying on podcast advice. We're here to educate and help you understand the landscape, not to replace your security consultant, solicitor, or IT team. This has been a Small Business Cybersecurity Guy production. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
This is a hot take from the Small Business Cybersecurity Guy.